It was hard being told I had cancer. It was hard being told I wouldn't be able to have children because of the cancer I had. I was 26 years old when I was diagnosed with cervical cancer.
My cancer was not caused by smoking. I've never put a cigarette, a cigar, a joint, anything in my mouth in my entire life. My cancer was caused by the HPV virus.
Said that it wouldn't be. I had some very close friends who died as a result of cancers, both breast and cervical cancers. I later was diagnosed with cervical cancer. And at that time, a lot of people didn't talk about cancers, especially in my community. In the African American community, it was kind of a hush-hush thing. People didn't talk about it. They were frightened of even hearing the word cancer. It was like taboo.
It definitely is life-changing. You immediately think about, in my case, I immediately thought about, well, should I have children because of my type of cancer? But it was definitely a really difficult day for me and my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband. So if any of my cancer journey could have been prevented, I would have done it immediately. After being diagnosed, I spoke with my parents briefly, and they felt very guilty that I had been diagnosed with cervical cancer, and knowing that it's something that could have been prevented, I think was really hard for them to deal with.
This vaccine is cancer prevention. You know it works better the younger you are.
So we know that each year in the United States there are about 30,000 new cases of HPV-associated cancers. And I know that if we can get this vaccine out there, get kids vaccinated early, we're going to make a significant dent in that number. It's a cancer prevention vaccine. And we pediatricians, we really have a unique opportunity in protecting these kids before there's even a chance of exposure and really impacting cancer morbidity. We know the vaccine is safe and effective.
These vaccines are very, very safe. There is no doubt whatsoever in the medical community that these vaccines are safe, they've been tested, they've been studied. But this is one of the few vaccines that we have that can prevent a devastating cancer or a number of devastating cancers. And it's not just GYN cancers that HPV can cause, it's also been associated with certain head and neck cancers. These vaccines have the potential to prevent a lot of devastating cancers that can really negatively affect quality of life as well as length of life.
I encourage my family members, our congregants who have children to be vaccinated. And there was a little pushback initially because people think if you do that, you're actually giving the kids a license to become sexually active. And I try to impress them as best I can that you're protecting them. This is something you can do to prevent a lot of these cancers that even some of you who sit in our congregations have had to deal with. You know, so why would you not protect your children? That's what we do. That's what moms do.
If you can prevent bad things from happening, you should make every effort to do so. But the question I ask is why not? And that's how I would frame the question instead of why get a vaccination, knowing that the vaccination can help prevent experiences like the one that I went through. That's how I would frame the question for every parent and for every child is why not do it? And I think you need to have a really compelling reason why not.